Well, the thing about leaders is we are made to create. And every leader has two jobs, or two primary things to do. One is to rise above,
Yep.
because the gravitational force of life and humanity is going to pull everybody down to the lowest common denominator. For example, right now we've just been through a pandemic and everyone has felt like they were underwater. And in some ways, we all have been underwater.
Right.
But a leader still, even in a pandemic, has to rise above. It may just be 1 inch above, but a leader has to rise above and say, hey, everybody, we're going to make it. Hey, everybody, there's another side and we're going to it.
That's right.
There's a future and we're going to it. So a leader has to rise above, but a leader's second primary obligation is to create. So what leaders do is not necessarily just to organize and to make sure production runs on schedule. Leaders create things. They dream of things that don't exist.
Wow.
They imagine things that nobody's thought about yet.
Wow.
And then they defy reality and go do those things.
Right.
And so if I'm too busy inventorying all the criticism, doubting my abilities, trying to control and manage all the chaos that's happening around me, the one thing I'm not doing is creating. And I'm most likely not rising above. And I've found for me personally, when the enemy's at my table and I'm going through all these motions of doubt and worry and staying up awake at night, having imaginary conversations with people, trying to control all the outcomes and defend myself and justify myself and rationalize things. What I'm not doing is what I was supposed to be doing, which is creating.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, a whole day went by, and I didn't create anything beautiful to bring glory to God because I spent all my mental energy that I was supposed to be using creating something beautiful for the world, worrying about what somebody else thinks about something, when at the end of the day, their opinion really, honestly, doesn't matter at all.
Wow.
And so that's why leaders have to step up and say, exactly what you said, Chad. I'm going to tell myself the things that are true.
Yeah.
Not the things I think are true.
Right.
What the things that God says are true.
That's right.
About me.
That's right.
And for a leader, that primarily means having a daily conversation that says, I am here.
Yep.
And I text this to other guys. I would text this to you so easy, Chad. If I knew you were in a storm, I would text you and I would be so bold, so confident. And I would say, Chad Veach, you are God's man for this moment. You are in God's place and you are doing what God has called you to do. Send. But when I'm in the storm and when I'm in the middle of the chaos, I'm like, what am I doing? Is any of this going to work?
Yeah.
Have I lost my mind? Am I going to be able to overcome any of these obstacles? Jeez. And I've got to turn around and go, hey, Louie, send yourself the same text you just sent Chad Veach.
Wow.
I am God's man. I am where God has called me to be. I am in God's place doing God's work today. Beautiful. I'm going to focus on that.